cheer for the Minnesota Twins today.
Hello and welcome to MLB The Show 21 for your Minnesota Twins franchise. How you doing, everybody? Eric, MN Twins 20 here, Season 2, Episode 2. I have simmed ahead in spring training. We are just about the tail end of it. We got 2 games left, and then the season starts. We're not doing too good in Grapefruit League. We're over 500, but everybody else is over 500 too. But it's okay. I mean, we're in good competition with everybody else, so that's the main thing. So before we get into the game at hand, I simmed ahead a few weeks. I looked at the player stats. I simmed ahead another few weeks. I played some games. I made some roster decisions early in the season, and then I just made some new ones after the current players, seeing how the current players, the projected roster and lineup was doing. And let's just say there's been some shocking turn of events that I'm going to share with you guys. Some players that we are expecting to be great for us and be on the main level did not deliver and have been sent to AAA. One player in particular was having an abysmal spring training, posting a .061 batting average, I believe. Really struggling. I decided to send them down to AAA, remove them and remove them from the 40-man roster, and they cleared waivers, and I'll get into that person in a minute here. I will give you a hint. It is our one lone... Well, I shouldn't say it's our lone free agent signing, but it's our one lone free agent signing from when the free agency period started. That's the hint I'm giving you guys. And there have been some other shocking turn of events as far as the starting lineup. We know the outfield situation. I showed you guys what we were planning to do. We moved Miles Straw to left because we re-signed Mateo, and we made him the everyday starting center fielder. I mentioned there's a possibility, depending on how well he does in spring training, Royce Lewis may take over the second base starting job over Luis Arias, depending on how well he does. And of course the pitching staff. The big one was who's going to be the number 5 starter between Verlander and Greinke. There is a clear-cut winner in that sweepstakes, and we're going to show you guys everything that's gone on. And I'm going to show you... Let's show you the transactions first, what I did. That'll show you everything here. So we're going to the Twins, and here we go. So, placed Yasiel Puig on outright assignment. He was the one that was hitting .061. He was having a terrible spring training, so he has been sent down. So he was one of the candidates to either be a starter in the outfield or possible DH. He lost his job. He's out. He's back in St. Paul. He did clear waivers. I purchased the contract of Adley. I think it's pronounced Rutzman. He's a catcher. He's one of the catchers we acquired. I think we acquired him when we traded. We made the trade to Boston when we signed Verlander, Greinke, and Goodrum. When we had to cut down the roster. We had too many guys on the 40-man roster, so we did a salary dump on the Red Sox, and we gained this guy because Corey Lee, the other catcher we had, who we acquired in the Buxton trade last season, was struggling, and so I called Rutzman up. And the first game I played him, the last game I actually played, his first game up, I had him start because I want to see what he could do. He hit 2 home runs, so yeah. And so when I simmed ahead up to this point now, he's been still doing very well. So he is now my starting catcher, along with the veteran we have from last year. Can't remember his name, but we'll see it here in a little bit. Caleb Thebar has been placed on outright assignment with waivers. He had a bad spring. Sent him down and then just removed him from the 40-man because I wanted to add somebody else. And then I'll show you guys. Since it doesn't show, I don't believe it shows. It doesn't show call-ups and send-downs, apparently. So we're just going to show you guys the roster. So here's the starting lineup. And as you can see, Miles Straw is back in the leadoff spot. And Jorge Mateo is not. Jorge Mateo had a terrible spring. He started off good, but then he just went down on the tank. He's been struggling. He's been batting lower 200s. Actually, I think he was hitting 200. So I sent him down, as well as Corey Lee was struggling. And Alex Kirilloff was having a bad spring as well. Trevor Larnach, and 22 at-bats, is hitting 364. And it was between him and Adam Walker, who's having a fantastic spring. Nico Goodrum's not doing well, but he's bench guy. Jordan Brewer, don't let the average, mislead you. He's actually hitting the ball very well. His first game, I had him starting. He was smacking the ball really hard. It just just right at people. He's got a good bat, and he's got decent speed. So compared to all the other guys struggling and not doing well, I thought I'd take a chance on him. And honestly, I don't really want to lose him. He's 24. He's got A potential. If I tried to pass him on waivers, tried to get him up to 40-man, he would certainly get snarfed up. So I like his potential. He's got great contact on the bat. That contact is only going to get better. Power needs a little work, but he's got talent. There's definitely something there. If he starts just struggling early on, we'll send him down and get him some work. But this is the starting lineup and the bench for the Twins. I decided to stick with Nico Goodrum despite the 200 because he can play everywhere but catcher. So that's a valuable thing to have. Plus, he's a switch hitter. Like I said, Adam Walker, he's doing so good. He deserved it. Riddle, despite the 231 average, he was hitting better than everybody else. He can play multiple positions, including outfield. Nick Gordon was also sent down. He was struggling. Grzelowski having a good spring. He will not be the starter, though, as he's... he could definitely deserve to be a starter, but I think the ceiling's much higher on Adley Rutzman, and the fact Adley's a switch hitter and can hit from both sides, and he can hit for power too. His power is slightly, well, actually, Grzelowski can hit higher power, but I think his ceiling's higher than this guy. And that's the bench and the starting lineup. So no, he's struggling, but he's still doing okay at first. Yoenis, he's doing upper 200s. He's doing well. He's the number one DH. He's going to be the DH. And Jimmy Carrington, he's got his average turned around. He was starting in the lower 200s, but he's turned it on. He's doing well now. So he'll be the starting center fielder, and he's got a 78 speed, so he'll be okay out there. If worst comes to shove, if worst happens and he struggles out there, I can easily switch Shaw and put him back in center because that's where he was before. Larnach's going to get to starting right, and as you see, Royce Lewis, it is now his job. He won the job. Arias was also struggling, so I sent him down just to get some starts and some work in. And maybe eventually he'll either get the call up to be a bench guy or he'll be trade bait as a possible trade piece. Let's check out the pitching rotation. And it's pretty much the bullpen is set. Glasnow will be the number one, Jose Barrios number two, Alcantara third starter, and Rodriguez. So 1 through 4 is the same as it was at the end of last season. And Justin Verlander, despite a lousy ERA, was the better man. He's got a nasty fastball still, decent breaking pitches, so he is the 5th starter, and his back end's a pretty damn solid rotation. Greinke, he'll stick there as the long reliever slash spot starter slash 6th starter, along with Riley Thompson, who is a Rule 5 draft pick of ours that we have to keep on the 25-man roster. Despite his ERA, I can't send him down. I have to either release him or give him back to the other team. I don't think I can trade him, and I'm probably not going to. He's got decent stuff, so We'll stick him as middle reliever with Cody Stazak, who's had a good year last year, and he's doing okay in spring training. Joan Duran, he's been having a pretty good spring, despite the ERA. That first game we showcased where he got screwed on a bad play in right field by the right fielder, which led to a home run, which wasn't really a home run. It was an error, but whatever. He's done a good job lowering that ERA to a 4.5. He's doing pretty good. He's only pitched 2 innings. I think last time I used him, he was pretty lights out. So I'm not concerned about the ERA. He's got decent control of his pitches, and he's got a great fastball. So that's what I'm looking for. So I think he could be good long man as well as Greinke. By the way, Greinke, I changed his delivery. That delivery he had as the windup was just too slow and just really affected his fastball. Whereas now I have him in stretch, and it's a little more. His fastball is a little more dangerous with it. It's still upper 80s, but he can hit 90s, maybe 91 with using the stretch. So that's why I changed him there. But he's going to be a good long man with Duran. Setup and closer, pretty much the same as last year. Taylor Rogers, Miguel Castro, and then Roberto Osuna rounding it out. So that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else going on for the team. I don't think there's any pending waiver wires. Caleb Theobar, he might get picked up, but the way he's been performing, I honestly don't see it. But yeah, stranger things have happened. So, just want to showcase that stuff for you. I think we're gonna make this. Do we want to show another game, or do I want to get to the season? I think we're gonna showcase these two. I'm gonna simulate the last two games that we lost. Barrios lost. Castro lost. 7 strikeouts, 5 earned runs. Oof. So we finish 15 and 12. So let's simulate to the regular season, and then I'm not going to play a game because I'm using my backup controller and it's really finicky. The other one's charging, and this controller I'm using is a backup one, and it's not very good. One of the buttons, or a couple of the buttons, are going out, so I don't trust it for gameplay. So let's take a look at the calendar. I don't need to set. Oh, I guess I do need a set. Okay, so apparently St. Paul will get going on April 12th, but Wichita won't get going until May. So I got a week to prepare the roster for both teams, and then we'll go from there. So let's go up here. Brent Honeywell posted a 2.13 ERA. That's all you're going to tell me. Okay, cool. So it looks like I got some work to do on the in the minor leagues. I only have 20 players in AAA. I have 23 out of 26 in AA. And of course I have to redo all the roster, all the spots, because of all the send downs from spring training. So I'll do that off camera, and then in the next episode I'll show you guys what's going on. Looks like there's 7 players in single A, so I'll get all the rosters done. I'll see if I sign any free agents if needed. There are several free agents, including Marwin Gonzalez, former Twin, former Astro, cheater. I'm not sure if I'm sold on bringing him back. How much money does he want? Too much. Not interested. Taylor Naquan, he's 30. He's good. He actually would be. I could replace. Who do I got for right fielders? Puig, 31.79. I got Kirilloff down there, so I'll go through the free agencies after I take care of the the rosters, and then the next episode before the season premiere against. Oh, we're playing the Houston Astros. We're in Houston. Then we go to Portland, and then we play the Tigers. Interesting. And White Sox. This could be interesting. So that's it for now. Short episode. Sorry about that, but I just want to get you guys up to date on what's going on with the team and the surprising roster moves I made. And I think hopefully down in the minors, Mateo can get his stuff going, and so same with Kirilloff, and we'll get them back up to the main squad hopefully soon, and they can continue to do well. If you like this episode, hit that like button, leave a comment if you like, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help out with future projects, you can visit my Patreon at patreon.com/MNTwins28. You do not have to help, but any help's always greatly appreciated. Till next time, peace out, and go Twins.